Did anybody get Super Shredder vibes from this week's episode, or was that just me? Was it me? Was it no one else? Just me. Anyway, welcome back. This is The Mandalorian, Season 3, Episode 7. Recap, review, obviously spoilers. Like, what else would I... Why would we be here if not to talk about what happened in the episode? Yeah, so I'm a blind film critic, and I watched this with audio description on Disney Plus, just in case you knew, and you're like, does The Mandalorian have audio? Yeah, it has audio description. It's had it since the very beginning, so feel free to check that out. This was a great episode. I really liked it. I do believe this is the penultimate episode of the season. Every other season has had 8 episodes, so I don't know why this one would change that, but it's always possible that there were more than 8 episodes. It's a very interesting place that we're left in. Interesting predicament. We started up at the top where they need to give her a name, but the character who we spent like an entire episode learning about, is contacting Moth Gideon, and she's like, the pirates didn't work. They were Mandalorian. And he's like, what? The Mandalorian? Yes, my sources say. And he's all like, but these are warring factions. I don't understand. Sometimes people squash their beef, dude. That's what happens in life. So then Moth has to go return to the rest of the, bitches of the Empire. And the remnants of the power struggle. And they talk about it, and he's got a plan, though. He's gonna let them know. He's got a plan, and his plan is to take out the Mandalorian. Of course, this show is called The Mandalorian, so I don't think that's gonna actually happen, but he could take out a couple of them. So, we see the factions meeting for the first time and getting back together, and there's this little bit of a struggle. Two of them don't like each other and they fight. And, Din Djarin and Bo are standing off to the side, and he's like, do you want me to stop it? And she's like, no one can stop this. Neither side can step in. And then Grogu's just walking in with his little, with his, I guess he controls an android now. Little droid thing. I don't even know what I definitely did not understand fully the droid and what it looked like. I don't know if it's like a C-3PO thing or an R2-D2 thing, but I'm going to assume it's more C-3PO than R2-D2. And he walked in there and just it stuck its arms out, and he's like, no. I was like, well, I guess Grogu's not from either side of the Mandalorian family, and that droid sure as hell isn't, so I guess. And then shenanigans happen. They're like, oh, there are more refugees. Of course there are. There are refugees that flew in at this exact moment. They knew to fly in. And you had just gotten there, and there are more people, more Mandalorian, without having been recruited, just decided to come home to Mandalore and needed help. Sure, that makes sense. So they run off to go help them. And I guess the first couple guys were really bad at pretending to be Mandalorian, because basically after they speak, they're like, these are not Mandalorian. And then fight ensues, and the fight kind of just keeps going until the end of the episode, which leaves us with we've lost a Mandalorian. Rest in peace. Rest in peace. I don't know what his name was. Hoffire or something, I don't know. Guy with kid. Guy whose kid was rescued previously in another. Now that child is orphaned. The foundling. There was a whole episode based around this foundling. Now he doesn't have a father. Just gone. Just like erased by these just Praetorian Guard people. Who are these? Who are you? Where did you come from? So, yeah, so they sent like a whole bunch of like random people to fight. Just random troopers to fight the Mandalorian, and they all pretty much get slaughtered, which is pretty cool. Mainly because the last guy, I mean, he kills like every last one of them, and then they have to send out like the super troopers to finally, like, oh, I guess he can beat everybody at that level. Let's send out the next level up. So he moved on to level 2, and the level 2 bosses were a little too hard for him to fight. Would have been nice to see him kill at least one of them, though. I mean, he almost had one of them. That would have been sweet revenge if he had found one way to reduce 3 to 2. It's not like we need 3 of them. We don't even know who they are. I don't care. Like, I have no emotional attachment. I'm not like, oh no, not that guy. No, that's gonna screw up the storyline. Everybody knows there always has to be 3. Oh God, now they have to go train another one. They're gonna have to pick, and they have to find somebody. It's gonna be really hard because like all these other people died, and no one cares. So, I think it would have been much cooler. Actually, I was thinking when they ended up stabbing him, I don't know how it looked like for people who can see, but it would have been cool if these people were just so evil, you know, I mean, because they're the fucking Empire, yeah, just fucking stab through your friend, and just straight on through. Just be like, all right, fine, use him as a human shield. Like, oh shit, stone cold, you know, would have been a solid way to end. But anyway, Din Djarin has been kidnapped by Moth Gideon, so he's been taken off the chessboard, so to speak. I wonder if his helmet gets forcibly removed, does that count? Like, does he have to keep going back into the water? Like every time, like if somebody takes his own helmet off, and it's not of his doing, or if he's like unconscious and suddenly he wakes up and his helmet has been removed, is that his? Especially with like the new ways of Mandalorian, the people who walk both ways and stuff. Does anybody care anymore? Can people just identify as Mandalorian and be like, yeah, fine, you're a Mandalorian, come on in. Since apparently anything can be a foundling, they find those raptor birds and they're like, these are foundlings now, we're gonna train them. Alright. I want to see how that pans out too. I really want to see those raptor birds coming in with like Mandalorian armor. And they're like joining the fight. They're like, we got this, guys. I don't know why they have Australian accents, but you know, they do. Yeah, so I was thinking this could end in a very interesting way where Din Djarin is taken off the board, and then the Mandalorian, since it feels like one of those words that's both singular and plural to me. So they could say it always meant all of them, you know, like if you were to have a show called The Jedi, I mean, Jedi is singular plural, so Yeah, you could use it that way, and then you're just focusing on other Mandalorian other than Din Djarin, and I don't know. I don't know how that would affect fans. I don't know what fans would do if Pedro Pascal wasn't in the show anymore. I don't know why he would leave this show, because let's just say his future is more secure in this universe than it is in the other one that he's in. I don't know, without spoiling, trying not to spoil. So, yeah, I don't know why they would eject Pedro Pascal unless he just wants to go have a film career. But I have a feeling they'll figure out some way to rescue him. It's the second time this season he's needed to be rescued, though. This is not a good look. But this season has been very much centered on Bo, and I'm not surprised that now Bo is the one who has to figure out all this stuff. They're trying to make Moth Gideon the Vader of this universe. I don't think he'll die in the season finale. I think he'll find some way of getting out of there in his Super Shredder outfit. And I love how he's like, my armor is amazing, but I'm gonna leave now and not fight anybody with. I'm gonna peace out. Yeah, he just avoided confrontation. He's like, I don't want to test it. I'm the best of everything, but it's really shiny, and I don't want to get nicks on it, so I'm gonna head out. See you guys in the sequel. Yeah, so I'm excited for next week. Groku's still fine, because Groku will always be fine, because Groku is merchandising. I wonder, like, how much money they make off of just Baby Yoda stuff. Just that merchandise. I bet it's a lot. It's a lot. So Groku will never die. Groku is it's an impossibility for this franchise, because then people would stop buying his stuff. They'd be too sad. They'd be like, oh, he died. I can't buy the little plush dolls anymore. Okay. Anyway, I think it was the best episode of the season. I really enjoyed it, even though I kind of poked fun at it. It flowed really well. It was paced really well. It was shot really well. It left you on a really solid cliffhanger. And there's really nothing not to like about this episode. So, I'm going to give The Mandalorian, Season 3, Episode 7, the rare grade of A+. The Mandalorian has finally reached its potential. I sat through a whole bunch of episodes at the beginning of this season where I was like, what is happening in this show? and yeah, I was right. They kicked it in finally at the end. I guess they felt like, yeah, we've earned the right to world build at the beginning of this. And sure, because I'm still here. So anyway, let me know what you think of The Mandalorian, and drop a note in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe. Click that subscribe button. It's very important. I have like 97 children to feed. I know you didn't know that about me, but lots of them. And so I feed them through subscriptions. I give them, every time somebody else subscribes, I'm like, hey, here's the subscription, eat it. That's how they survive. They're like those little Tamagotchis. I have 97 Tamagotchi. Anyway, I have a website, MacMovieGuy.com. You can follow me on Instagram or Twitter at MacMovieGuy. You can go to the Audio Description Project, adp.acb.org. It'll let you know what is audio description, where you can watch it. And you can go to the ADNA.org. That's the ADNA.org. It'll let you know who is working on narration for your favorite films and television shows. That is it for me today. However, I will be back next week for what I presume is the season finale of The Mandalorian. However, possible they added more episodes. I don't know. I think next week is the season finale, just based on every other season. But anyway, until then, remember, this is the way.